India with NIU Realty, and this is going to be a video about how to find comps. So many of you who have our PowerPoint or who have seen the PowerPoint know that this is a property that we found when we were looking up distressed properties in section 2. So the first thing you want to do when you're about to find a comp or a comparable, you're going to want to have a place to put this information. It can get really confusing when you have multiple properties that you're looking at and you're not sure which one was which. So this can really help with making sure things are organized. You can write everything down on a piece of paper just to make sure that you're not missing anything. So the first thing you want to take record of is the address. This is the address of your property that you decided you want to move forward with working with the realtor, or if it was off-market property, the seller, which we'll discuss in later slides. You can write your address on a piece of paper, but for me, I'm going to put it in my MAO calculator. If you guys have this, you know there's an address section where you can just put your information right there. Then you're going to need the year of the property, so it's 1968. That's the year it was built. I don't know how I got that. And the size, 3-bedroom, 1.5 bath. We're going to need the square feet for the property. It's going to be 1789. And last but not least, we'll need the asking price, which is going to be $279,000. All right, so in order to find comps or comparables, which comps are just properties that are similar to your property that you're looking to write a contract for and reach out to the realtors for. This is going to be your original property. So comps are just properties that look like that property or are the same size and around the same year. I try to make sure that the comparables that I use are within 10 years of each other. So if this property is built in 1968, then we need to find properties that are going to be built in 1978 or 1958 at the lowest. So first thing you want to do is type in the area code into the search bar. If you've seen section 2, then you know how to filter out results. So you'll go to the filters. Then you'll want to hit sold. Make sure you're hitting sold so you can see the properties that sold at that price. It's important to know that they sold already, so you know this is the price that the house was worth at this period of time. If they're up for sale, the asking price is still kind of in the air. So those properties, even if they're similar in size, just won't work. So you'll want to click 3-bedroom, 1.5 bath, because that's how big our original property was. It was a single family unit, so you'll want to click a home. It's not a multifamily unit or other. It was sold within the last 6 months. You'll want it to be the last 6 months. I wouldn't do a year because the market can change a lot within a year, but I think 3 to 6 months is a good bet. We don't want the year to be more than 1980. This is because we have a range between 1978 and we have a range as low as 1958. So anything below 1980 will be perfect. And we'll also want to scroll down and we want to make sure there's no new constructions. Sometimes the button doesn't work for me, but usually if there's new constructions, I just click right past them. All right, we press search and it narrowed our result down to 97 homes. So we're going to look for homes like this one. This is 3-bed, 1.5 bath. It sold for $188,000, and they have the address right here. Let's just check what year it is. Awesome, it was in 1969. This is a great comp because it was built in the same not the same year, but it's only built a year later. So it's actually really close. So we'll want to take this address. We'll want to stick it in our comp section. 1969 was the year. No, why it keeps doing this? It's so silly. Or maybe because I usually type it in. It's probably what it is, guys. All right, and then we're going to look at this square feet. 1275. Let's look at and see now what it looks like inside. So yes, guys, always look at the information that you're presented with before even taking a look at the picture. But this looks what I would call moderately renovated. It's not a high-end renovation, but they definitely made it look livable. Very livable. And they took great pictures. So this looks like a flip. It's good to read the description. It looks like they've decided to upgrade. They've upgraded the house. You can tell that it says living room has large windows, great natural light, and beautiful wood floors throughout the living area. This looks like a renovated property. So I would say it was fully renovated. All right. And so I just abbreviated fully renovated, 3 beds, and 1.5 baths. All right, let's see if we can find another one. This was a great first pick. If we keep scrolling down, we'll see if we can, I try to get as close to 3 beds and 1.5 baths. And another thing that I forgot to mention with the first comp is we want to check how far away these properties are from our original property. I try to stay within 10 minutes of our original property. So we're going to do that with this property just to be sure. If it's not 10 minutes, we'll just pretend. But it's 9 minutes away, so that's actually a good comp. Let's go ahead and check the year that the property was built. It was built in 1915. So do you guys think this still qualifies as a comp? Let me know in the comment section below. Those of you who said yes, you're absolutely wrong. This actually does not qualify as a comp because it's way past that 1958 mark and it's too old. So this would not qualify. We'll keep looking. All right, here's a property that was 3 beds and 1.5 baths. Let's take a look. Looks like it was 1971. So this definitely falls into our criteria, and it's actually interesting to see that it is around the same value as our last property. So that's a good sign. It's a little pattern that's really interesting. So I'm going to go ahead and put this property in as a comp. If you guys have any questions as to why I do that, let me know. I'm going to take a look at the square feet of the property. It says it's 1130. It was built in 1971. And I just got a quick glance at the description, but it did look like it said that the property was renovated, remodeled, new roof, new kitchen cabins, carpet, and paint. So this is great. This is showing me that properties that are around this size are selling for that amount. Our first property sold for $188,000, and this property sold for $185,000. All right. So next we're going to go ahead and see if we can find one more comp. This property was a 3-bed, 1.5 bath. It was built in 1972, so it definitely fits the bill. It is let's see what the square feet for the property are. 1040. So we'll go ahead and put this in as a comp. This is actually a great comp. It moves pretty quickly once you get the hang of finding them. It's just about initially getting that knowledge of looking for them that it can get a little bit confusing. But once you actually take the time to look through and, find your groove, it'll become a lot easier. And I forget the year actually. Oh, 1970, actually, 1972. Awesome, these are great comps. But yeah, guys, that's it. That's how you would find properties and find their comps. And if you have any other questions about that, just go ahead and write in the comment section below and let me know. I'll be glad to answer any questions for you guys. If you want to reach out to us on our social media platforms, the link will be in the description box below. Like, comment, and subscribe. And as always, have a good one, guys. Bye.